Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Slcmof and I'm back again with another video, and after 7 months of bringing you guys speculation and theories and news regarding Batman, the Telltale Series, which we just recently actually learned what it was called, so I didn't call it that back then. I have always called it Batman Telltale, and I probably still will call it that on accident a little bit. Anyway, I wanted to finally bring you guys the first ever screenshots of Batman, the Telltale Series, and unfortunately, we were looking at the this press release on Telltale's website, and this game demo, which I thought we would maybe get publicly, is going to be released revealed privately. And if that's the case, I pray to God it does not get leaked. That's of course their prerogative to make that private, and I don't want that to go out in the public if that's what the intent is. However, I'm sure that IGN and all those kind of people will have like podcasts or whatever, and they'll talk about what they saw and their thoughts on the game and everything like that. So that should be interesting, and we'll learn a little bit that way. But I really do hope that this game doesn't get the demo doesn't get leaked. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about these screenshots. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Telltale crew is down in Los Angeles for the Gaming E3 Expo, and they can share the very first screens of this game. And look at that. Look at that. The big white moon in the background, just like how we love it as Bat fans. The moon, it's superfluously large and excessively big for no reason. Awesome. Well, I mean, we can't really tell. But anyway, the skyline looks freaking amazing. And look at this. This is what really caught my eye. Batman's all white eyes. And we'll see down in the description later, they talk about how they wanted to go for a comic book aesthetic in this game. So if you're a fan of the Batman comics, I think that you're going to really love the art design and art style for this game. And we can see Batman, Selina Kyle, Catwoman, of course, confirmed for the game. The skyline in the background, absolutely amazing. Honest to God, it looks better than I could have ever imagined. I'm just blown away right now. And this is just one screenshot, and we're not even seeing the game in action. And wait until you see who is voicing Batman, Bruce Wayne. So here's our first little blurb for the game. The episodic series will premiere digitally on home consoles, PC, Mac, and mobile devices, and we'll be showing it privately to guests at E3, so it is private. However, we can see that it will be debuting on home consoles, also on disc. I did not know this, and I just tried to record my first take, and I was rereading it. And you can actually get the game on disc at GameStop, for example, and as the episodes become available, you can download those episodes. So you actually can have a physical disc copy, because, what a lot of Telltale fans do is they get the game digitally, and then if they want, like the disc or whatever, they would have to essentially buy the game twice. So this is what, if you're a disc fan, if you like having discs like me, this is what I'll be taking advantage of to get the game on disc. So it'll be on North America, Latin America, and Europe. So this will grant you access to the 5-episode season. It's confirmed to be 5 episodes, as we expected, and as it becomes available for download. And by the way, it's available for home consoles. Now, there is a possibility that the game will be available on 360 and PlayStation 3, considering that all previous Telltale titles have been available for that. However, they did not specify that is the case for this game, and because of the engine improvements, they are making engine advancements. They talked about quite a few months back, actually, how they're going to be improving and tweaking their engine for this game in particular. There's a possibility that they may not be able to make it on 360 or PS3. My guess is they will. My guess is that they'll make it work. But just do keep that in mind. If you can't play it on Xbox One or PS4, you can always play it on like iPad or iPhone. I mean, there's so many different ways to play Telltale games. So the point is, I mean, if you're watching this video, you can play Batman the Telltale Series, which is not necessarily the case for all the games that I cover on this channel. Okay, our CEO and co-founder Kevin Bruner had this to say about the upcoming series. We've been hard at work at Telltale, creating an all-new iteration of the iconic Batman story that puts players in the suit of billionaire Bruce Wayne, just as much as it put them behind the mask, deciding how to carefully navigate a complex drama rich with action, crime, corruption, and villainy lurking around every corner of Gotham City. The complex life and fractured psyche of Bruce Wayne has lent itself to becoming a bold evolution of the signature Telltale role-playing experience, and we couldn't be more excited as we prepare to debut the series across the world this summer. The game is not delayed, of course. We're ending, are we ending the end of June? Yeah, the middle of June, whatever. So June, July, August, that's summer right there. August, we're getting the game by August at the latest. That's really exciting as well. Kevin Bruner, the CEO and co-founder, as mentioned in the article, also said that Telltale, the Batman series, may be one of the best series that they've ever done. I believe that might be a direct quote. So Kevin Bruner is really confident in this game, and I think that production of the game is going along quite well. also, judging by the fact that there's no sign of any delays or anything like that. Okay, rendered to look like a living, breathing comic book. That is super exciting to me. If you're a fan of Batman's comics, then I think you're really going to like the art, design, and direction of the game. Telltale's version of Batman will feature an award-winning cast of talent, featuring, and get this, Troy Baker in the role of Bruce Wayne. Brilliant cast. Now, somebody was telling me that he was in the Lego Batman. I didn't know that. But, I mean, Troy Baker can voice any male character in the Batman lineup, period. Troy Baker is the best voice actor in gaming right now. There's no question about it. I mean, I love Dave Fennoy, and like, there's so many great voice actors, but Troy Baker is simply the best. It's just that simple. He's so good. He is so good. He can voice anything. He voiced Two-Face and Penguin in Arkham Knight. He voiced the Joker in Arkham Origins. He can do anything. And I wouldn't be surprised. Like, they should just bring the Joker in, and Troy Baker can voice both. I mean, just to freaking show in all of our faces that he's just that good. Okay, Travis Willingham is Harvey Dent. So we have Two-Face confirmed for Harvey Dent, and presumably he's going to be Two-Face. Now, of course, Harvey Dent becomes Two-Face later in his career. And Bruce Wayne, looking at the images here, I would say that he looks roughly 27 or 20, I don't know why I just don't say 25, but the point is he doesn't look 50, okay? This is not Dark Knight Returns Batman, but at the same point, we can distinctively tell that this Batman is Batman. We see the freaking Batmobile in the Batcave. The Batsuit looks amazing. The Batmobile looks awesome. I love the design for the Batmobile. And my point in mentioning that is that we're looking at a Batman that is established in his career. This is, I'm not saying we won't get flashbacks to his origin, or maybe a little bit of the first episode won't be origin, but the majority of this game is going to be Batman. It's going to be Batman in his prime or towards the beginning of his career, whatever. He's established as Batman. He's got the Batmobile. He's got the Batcave. He's got the Batsuit. And I think that is what a lot of us are going to really love about the game. So, Troy Baker in the role of Bruce Wayne. Travis Willingham as Harvey Dent. Erin Yvette as Vicky Vale. So we have Vicky Vale in the game as well. We actually learned she was confirmed a while back. And Rattel as Alfred. Guaranteed he's going to be in there. Murphy Goyer as James Gordon. And Richard McGonigal as Carmine Falcone, and Laura Bailey as Selena Kyle. So with that lineup, we're starting to look at, like the Long Halloween type storyline here. We've got Catwoman in play, which also could be Batman Hush in a certain aspect, judging by the fact that they're a little intimate there in that picture we can see. But, you can also be looking at something like, again, the Long Halloween. You've got Carmine Falcone in the mix. That's really once you get into the crime aspect. There's going to be lots of action and crime and villainy, all that kind of stuff. You're getting into the crime aspect with Falcone. It says here, we'll be able to reveal additional casting characters as the season progresses, which is interesting to me because the way they phrase it, not as we get closer to release, as the season progresses. So that leads me to believe that is the lineup for episode 1. That is who we're getting for episode 1, and that is a hefty lineup. And if all of those characters are in episode 1, then that's pretty legit. That's in and of itself, that is plentiful. But that also leads me to believe that we're going to be getting more characters. So they already mentioned that they're not going too deep into the extended Bat family, but at the same time, I wouldn't say that Barbara Gordon or Dick Grayson are totally out of the question appearing in the game. I would certainly not count against that at all. And maybe Barbara Gordon will be kind of like 15 or 16 like in Arkham Origins. Again, we cannot tell for certain how old Bruce Wayne is. To me, he looks like 30. That's my guess, but we certainly, again, won't know until the game actually comes out. And we see him in the Batcave. Absolutely amazing. So, look to Telltale's channels on Facebook and Twitter for more news from E3 as it happens. So again, the gameplay demo is closed. Again, we really hope that doesn't leak, because if they don't want it to leak, then I don't want it to leak either. However, if they want to show it, if that's their will to show it, then I'm certainly not opposed to seeing a little bit of gameplay. But we'll get our hands on it soon enough, whether it be in a demo 2 months previously or all at once. We're going to get to play this game, and that's going to be freaking epic. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and be sure to stay tuned to your #1 source for all Telltale Batman, Batman the Telltale series. That's going to take some getting used to. News, information, and everything else. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.